What is going on YouTube? And thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are back for another night of hot topics and social commentary. A couple things we want to get out of the way first before we get started. We'd like for you guys to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click that big red subscribe button. Leave us a comment, give us some feedback. Also, be sure to give us a like or a thumbs up, rather. We'd like 5 thumbs up for this video. And also press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And the squad is back. Mike is here, and Jennifer and Tyrone are here too. How are y'all doing?
Hi.
We're doing great. We're here.
Jennifer is so enthusiastic. She's so wide awake, and she's so ready to get this thing
You better feel my
and
okay.
So first things first, we just wanted to mention really briefly, there are some allegations going on in New York concerning Donald Trump and his organization and the fact that they have been falsifying documents in order to get tax breaks and loans. That New York City Attorney General is not playing no games.
The black one, right?
She wants to get her man, and she wants him to pay for the crimes that he has committed. Also, there is some more movement with the allegations in Fulton County concerning the phone call that Donald Trump did with that particular attorney general, I believe. I can't remember exactly who he was on the phone with, but that case is moving forward as well. So it'll be interesting to see. Right. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Donald Trump, his foil, and his organization, his whole family, all that whatnot going on. But anyways, in other political news, something that happened today. Minority leader Mitch McConnell was asked a question during a press conference. I'm not exactly sure what the question was. I probably should have listened to it again to see what it was. But his response to that question was, African Americans vote at the same rate as Americans. So I'm assuming that was a question concerning a voting bill. There are a lot of bills out here that are trying to keep people from being able to vote. Voting rights, yes. So my mom told me about this earlier today, and initially I was thinking, I always like to think the best of people at all times, unless you just show me that you are no good. So at first I was thinking, well, maybe he got caught up with his words, and maybe he couldn't. That's the first thing that came to his mind. Americans, how to separate African Americans from the rest of America. Whether that's true or not, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure that I believe that myself, but that's still the kind of thinking that I like to do when it comes to these types of situations. So what do you guys think about his slip?
I'm going to give him how's the saying go? The benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know what was the question. It probably was asking, hopefully, something about African Americans. But you have to be careful with your words, especially when you're a top leader representing people. You should not separate any race from Americans because we all are American in the USA. But, especially with the Black community, we are very sensitive when it comes down to things, and separating us from other people like it always has been is not a good thing. So be careful with your words, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because I don't know the previous question, and hopefully it was tied to Black people. But don't separate us. Do better.
I have no doubt of benefit.
I'm being the nice one today, and you're not. What kind of tables have changed?
Because of Mitch McConnell, his age and his lineage, I do believe that's how he feels about the African American community. We're not Americans. We may have built America, but we're not Americans. We may have been bought over here by special delivery.
Not special delivery.
Not special delivery.
But we're certainly not Americans, no. So
I'm not a politician. I don't get into politics like that. But isn't he the one that was at the inauguration with the gloves on in the sleep?
No, that was Bernie Sanders.
Okay. Well, I didn't make those assumptions then.
Don't you put that on Uncle Bernie? Don't you do that? Don't you put that on Uncle Bernie?
Never mind.
And see, you know what, Tyrone, you go ahead. I'm over here turning off my mic as I'm talking. Anyway, Tyrone, how about you go ahead and talk about this, give your opinion. And what I will do is just go ahead and listen to the first part of the question on the behalf of the children. And I'll see what the man said, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Mitchell. I'm gonna call you Mitchell. Yes, Mitchell. Mitchell McConnell. Let me talk to you for a second here. Your buddy Opal here, Tyrone McCollum.
Is it
Let me
okay if you
talk
can
to
stop
you.
talking to him like that?
No, I got to talk to him in a language that he can understand. Okay, okay, Mitchell.
Sounds
You
like you're
don't do this.
patronizing him, Tyrone.
Don't you do this, Mitchell? Okay. These are hard working Americans out here. They pay their taxes and they deserve to be treated with some dignity. Okay. Don't be segregating the American publics. No, it's not fair. It's not right. Get yourself together.
And it's always seems like every week we're talking about race, like, and but people think it's not a racial thing going on ever. People who's not black people always think it's not race does not matter. I don't see race. I don't see color, but it is there. So open your eyes up, people. It's not going away, and it's not getting any better.
And on the same token, Mitch McConnell has been doing this for a long time.
So I mean, you should know better. There's no excuse.
Even through Jim Crow.
Exactly. Exactly. So, technically he should know better.
So basically, the question was, what do you say to African American voters, after them not passing that voting rights bill? And he said African Americans should feel just fine because African Americans vote at the same rate as any other, as them. He didn't say any other Americans. He said
Americans. Yeah.
Maybe he just forgot the any other.
You can only hope, but he was very sure-footed in what he was saying, though.
I hate that when it comes to voting is segregated again. As we went through that to get the right to vote.
Well,
after having the right to vote, you're still trying to segregate it. Well, they vote the way they vote. Well, y'all vote the way y'all vote too.
Well, it's not about the way; it's just being able to. That's the point.
But it sounds like he's trying to say or imply that they vote a certain type of way.
Well, he said at the same
versus American.
No, he said at the same rate.
At the same rate, yeah.
I'm listen. He's trying to say they vote a certain party without saying they vote a certain party.
I don't agree.
Versus Americans.
He said what he said, and he ain't changing it.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from.
Like, they're going to be fine.
I can understand where you're coming from with that, Tyrone. I don't necessarily believe that that's what it is, but I can understand where you're coming from with that.
Because it's about the different opportunities to vote, like, with felons being able to vote, being, getting to release with that, or, just basically so many other things that slow people down from being able to vote, period. Or different funds and different opportunities to get shuttled to polling things and, making sure to be able to do absentee voting and stuff like that. That's the stuff people are concerned about, not the rate of Black people voting. It's just the fact, I think it's more like being able to vote, period. I doubt he even read that thing.
Now, the other part of this bill that is very concerning to a lot of people that are claiming that it gives the Democrats an advantage is the fact that who gets to count the votes. And that whole process of counting is not universal across the country. It's all regional regulated.
Well, I think that's because all states do their voting individually. They do it their way. So, I understand that.
So they're trying to introduce a standard where everybody has to go off of those things.
Well, It didn't happen, so I guess not. Oh,
Before we
right.
get to the next subject, I did. I always think about things while we alive. So my bad. Rest in peace to Andre Leon Talley, I believe his name is.
Yes.
Yes, I
I am.
first remember him watching him on. I'm about to say, how you doing? America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks.
Yes.
So yeah, rest in peace to him because he's one of us. Me and Jonathan, of course.
Yes.
And he made it big in the fashion industry.
Huge
Absolutely.
at a young basically he was big in fashion industry all his life.
Correct.
What I think was so beautiful being able to see so many old pictures of him when he was younger. I was like, oh, he was a fashionista.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he's the first African American to be an editor for Vogue magazine, and he's a trailblazer in the
Certainly. Yes.
fashion industry that is
Very
classically
respected.
white. But he stepped into that room, like, and it's so interesting seeing him sitting next to Anna Wintour and
Mhm.
like just knowing what brings them together. It's who he is. He is who he is, and that's what got him where he was. And
Absolutely.
thank you so much for bringing that up, Mike, because that totally slipped my mind, and I was devastated to find out that he had passed away. So rest in peace to Andre Leon Talley, a legend in the fashion
Legendary, honey.
industry.
Legendary.
Legendary, yes. So there was an incident that happened concerning Kanye West. And
Yes.
with Kanye West, he apparently put his hands on someone who was asking for an autograph. He also mentioned that Kim Kardashian kissed Pete Davidson in front of him, and she won't let him see the kids. Not sure exactly how accurate all of that information is. Me personally, I really don't care. To be perfectly honest, like I really don't care. But it is a hot topic, so we do have to talk about it. But in this situation, Kanye West, it seems to be a little bit different. And so,
A little bit different.
you just have to take him for who he
Who
is,
he
and
is.
I'm just never surprised at anything that he does at all whatsoever. So what do you guys think about this?
Well, I'm gonna probably stand up for Kanye in the first question, which means him maybe putting his hand on paparazzi, because sometimes, as I have seen, they have definitely get into your personal space. Now, people just say just snap for that picture and move on. They let you move on, but sometimes they do get in your personal space. So maybe like a swat. I don't know how the hit was. I don't know if he like punched them like on purpose. But if you probably swat your hand out the way, then is that considered to be a hit? I don't know. But when it comes down to the party, they're going through a divorce right now, and she's dating somebody else. And I come from a split household. My parents were divorced at an early. I think I was 8 when they got divorced. So if I did something with my mother, she did not invite my father to the party. So I would do things with my mother's side, and then my father would take me on the weekend, probably go out of town. I'd go bowling, I'd do something. So I don't mind doing the split party stuff if you're going through the separation and you don't want no drama, and then maybe if she has a new boyfriend at the party, you don't want it to be any kind of conflict. So I can understand. And if it was a conversation before this happened, then he should have respected that. And why do you have to go to the internet for everything? I don't understand that. If there's something going on in your personal life, let it stay personal. We shouldn't even know this information. I mean, it gives us something to talk about, but
Yeah,
keep it personal.
Child, he will never keep anything personal because he enjoys all kinds of attention. He enjoys being talked about. And to be honest, I don't believe he has real friends, period.
Well, no, he
So
doesn't.
agreed.
so as far as him sharing how he feels with all the things that's going on in his life right now, he's going to tell the world. The world is his friend. He's going to tell Twitter. Twitter is his friend. He's going to continue to voice all of his issues because he believes he's a god. So of course you're going to bow and listen to everything that he has to say. So, once again, he ain't got no real friends. To be honest, I don't feel like he had a whole lot when he was married to Kim because he's still going through. He's still going through.
It's something definitely. I know I don't know how he's losing a parent. I know he lost his mother, and it seemed like after that happened, he just went crazy as hell. But I feel like he needs some kind of medical pill to help him stay focused, and he needs to get it ASAP because this dude is ridiculous.
A physician that will help him sort through all his stuff. And let me just go ahead and say all this stuff. About Andre Talley, Regina had said that he was a trendsetter.
A trendsetter, honey. Yes.
And she also said, "Oh,
bye,
Kanye."
boy. Yes.
And she said, Kanye does not know what the word personal. Not know that word personal.
No, not at all.
Of course, Kanye need to go northwest. Bye.
Okay.
You see what she did there?
Okay.
But yeah, I pray the best for him. But you know, this is why I truly believe that Kim feels as if she did everything that she could, and
he still ended up going to the party, so he still went. I mean, I know Kim probably just happy she can't wait till them papers are filed, sealed, and delivered and signed off by the judge. I know she cannot
but the
wait.
man still bought a house across the street from her house.
Well, she could move again.
You know what, friend? You're right.
That's true.
When you got a coin,
we
can't do that. She can.
You know, she did everything that she could, especially with supporting him. But I believe, yeah, she really did. She paid a lot of his, especially when he was in debt. She helped pay a lot of his debt off so that he can get into the billionaire range. And him dibbling and dabbling in everything that we're not cool with, like with Trump and them. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Do you think she did that because it was just her husband? She did it because she didn't want her finances to be attacked. They were married.
This is true. I do believe it's one and the same, though.
Well, yeah. Well,
let me tell you.
But I think it was probably more of the let me help you so you won't get me.
Let me tell you.
I do agree, but okay. So I've always had this kind of thing that if he was married to a strong Black woman, not saying that Kim is less than, but what I'm saying is, as a Black woman, I think it'll be just somewhat a little bit easier to understand the Black man's plight and the things that he has to go through while he's outside them doors. I believe he's never going to get a Black woman because the main Black woman in his life went to glory, and that's his mother.
I think you're right, but I don't think no Black woman will deal with their Black Kanye West. So
you're right.
Crazy.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I don't know if a Black woman will want to put up with his shenanigans.
No,
you're right.
A Black
woman, absolutely. But how did Kanye get there in the first place?
He lost. He lost his anchor, which was his mother. His mother kept him close to the earth, and now he's out there floating in space.
He lost his anchor, and then you get involved with somebody that's out there floating above the earth.
He was okay to I think Taylor Swift. After that, it just spiraled out of control.
Well, at that time, he was already talking to Kim.
No, he wasn't. He was talking to
He was with Amber Rose at that time.
He was talking to Kim while he was with Amber Rose.
He was talking to Kim while with Amber.
We're not blaming Kim for Kanye West shenanigans.
And I have to ask the question, like, was Kim the best thing for him?
Yes.
She was a solid thing for him, yes, because she had a solid family and all that stuff.
She made him a family man because she gave him kids.
No.
And vice versa.
No.
He still ain't
Let's separate these things. Kanye the man, Kanye the artist. Kanye the artist, Kim was a great thing for his brand. Kanye the man, absolutely not.
But see, I can't see really anyone being with Kanye. I don't know who would be able to seriously put up with him. Like, unless it's just some desperate person who just wants to do it for the money.
He would also have to get himself together.
That was the problem that he had when he was with Amber. He did not have himself together.
But he should have.
Kim came in and was like, "Oh, it's gonna be all right."
You know what?
That was good and all, but there was no structure. There wasn't no consequences.
And he never had to take care of them kids.
Most of the time, he was left to his own devices.
Well, she got a heap of
That's
kids
not a
now.
real relationship. That's not a real marriage.
My thing is, y'all, as much as people do not like the Kardashians and say they make people crazy, I don't think they're that bad as far as making the men crazy. I mean, to me, Khloe is probably one of the best ones out of the Kardashians. But Kim, I think she really loved Kanye West. I don't think she did it for a career jump. I think it just, I don't think.
I think what makes the men go crazy is the level of being out there the Kardashians are comfortable with.
Well, they did that before they got with them, so you can't blame them because it was already on TV for years.
Right.
Oh, okay. We have some comments from the great Regina.
Kim ain't no saint. She knew what she was getting into. She knew she was getting from him too more fame.
Well,
that's what it was.
She has a child named Saint as well. And she says, right, Jennifer, he lost his anchor when he lost his mom. And one last one, guys. I don't know if it was the best for him. She added more Hollywood attention, which added more drama, which added more problems, and for her and him. I do agree.
But do you have to blame Kim for that? Because she was on TV way before she did Kanye.
We knew what was getting into.
Yeah, I honestly don't think.
But Kanye was crazy before Kim.
But no.
When he went to TMZ and said Donald Trump hates black people or something like that, I don't know what he said.
No, George Bush.
Yeah, George Bush hates black people. That was way before Kim, and that's what made him just spiral out of control.
Right. I don't think Kim is at fault in this situation
I don't think she is
in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. Now, as far as her getting with him, I do think a come up was on her mind.
Absolutely.
But
who doesn't want to try to be best friends with Beyonce?
Right, exactly.
But I ain't married her.
That was the end game for her. She wanted to be with B, and B was like,
"Oh, please! I've never believed that. Now I don't think if Kim went to hang out with Beyonce, she's cool with Kelly Rowland and Lala Anthony. All I gotta do is say, "Girl, when you hang out with B, invite me over."
Yeah, that will never happen. I've
I
never seen a picture.
Girl, I'm not
never
busy.
Yeah,
They've never been in the same
Beyonce
picture.
and Jay-Z would be at that wedding too, but she was wrong.
We're not wasting our time.
Okay,
Yeah.
And then on the day of the wedding, there was no performances. They weren't doing nothing. They were at the house during that wedding.
Yeah. So that's Kanye. That's Kanye for you.
I'm not blaming the Kardashians for Kanye shenanigans because Kanye's been crazy before she got with Kardashian, and he crazy afterwards too.
I'll just say it just didn't help. It just added more onto his plate. That's all. Not saying that there's anything. I don't believe there's anything that they could have done to try to help him do right because he wasn't helping himself do right.
Correct. So, I mean, if Kim was a black girl, it still wouldn't have worked out. It would have ended sooner, and she would have had one child.
Way sooner. It's like, okay, we got to get out.
But I do believe with a black woman, she would have gave him the reality check a lot faster.
On the way to the courtrooms
instead of waiting for 3 babies.
Exactly.
3-4 babies.
Oh no, you crazy? You got to go.
Right, but
take your Xbox and go.
Exactly.
Doing your church.
Get out of here. Your MAGA hat. Yeah.
Stop. Okay. And also when it comes to the children as well, I don't believe he was ever he was in their lives about what I believe, but he's not taking care of those children.
Nah.
It's Kim and them. One thing that them Kardashians know how to do,
they take care of kids.
They know how to be mothers.
Okay. Yeah.
And they have their nannies and they have their food plans and all that stuff. They take care of their kids.
Now I will say on Kanye West's behalf, now I'm on where I'm taking up for Kanye when I always call him crazy as a bad. But I did see a clip. He was at his Sunday church thing, the choir, and it was the child. I don't know if it's north, south, west.
It was north.
It was north, I think it was like a person about to go touch her, or take a picture with her, and he did come off his stage and like, don't do that. So I do respect him for doing so. That shows a father. Now I don't know what he does on a daily basis, but that shows me that he watching no matter what y'all going on or what cameras rolling or whatever. He's still a father, number one. So I respect him for that. I gotta give the black men some praise sometimes. We knock him down so much. He's still crazy as hell, but
he don't take care of that baby. Them babies.
I mean, you gotta think back to his lineage too. It was him and his mom.
Yeah,
that's every child.
Look,
you come from a mother, so that's every child.
You do. 90% of parents out here do what was done to them.
Well, I don't think his mom was crazy. Well, I don't know.
No, he would have to take after, a man, and his father didn't do much. You know what I'm saying?
Was he even there?
I'm just saying.
Exactly. All right, let's move on. I'm sorry, Jonathan. We're doing too much.
It's completely fine. So our last hot topic is concerning the case. Plaintiff being Cardi B and the defendant being Tasha K, a very, very popular blogger. Tasha K made some allegations concerning Cardi B back in 2018 concerning her health, her sexual health, that is. And also other activities she might have been doing with beer bottles and things of that nature. So there is a federal case going on right now. And right now it's looking like Cardi B will be the victor in this particular case. The defendant did take the stand. She admitted that she did not do any type of verification on the information that she was putting out there for people to read and consume and things of that nature. And of course, this type of stuff has been going on for years. Tabloids have been out since forever. And now that, no one's reading tabloids anymore, we have blogs. So what do you guys think about Cardi B taking this step? Which this is something that any celebrity could do because they would have the right to do, because every celebrity is trashed in one way or another, in some way. But what are your thoughts on Cardi B taking this step to actually sue this woman for defamation?
I mean, I understand it. As a celebrity, I'm not saying I'm one. I'm saying to be a celebrity.
I'm about to say you better speak it.
Okay.
As a celebrity,
I know that you're going to have many things thrown at you that's going to be false allegations. So I don't know any celebrity that has sued anyone just for things that's been said, but I mean that's still her right. She can do whatever she wants to, and I mean it is. I don't think it's hurt Cardi B with this allegation, but I think she's just trying to make an example out of her. I don't know what the thing is, but we're going to just the case. You can't be calling people out. Well, you can't be telling somebody that they got a sexual disease if they really do not have it, because that affects not only that person but everybody they deal with on a daily basis. This woman has a husband and 2 kids. So then I think now that she has kids, it makes it more personal because people read the blogs. I don't know how old your oldest one is, but you don't want her to go to school, or even her husband kids who are older. You don't want them to go to school and say, "Oh, you got cooties," or "You got this," and "You got that." So I saw Tasha K say it. So I guess I understand a little bit of why she might be suing her and getting validation at the end. But I mean, I hope she win. I mean, I don't really have much to say about it, but I hope she win. And Tasha K, if she's wrong if she doesn't have it. And about the beer bottle thing, if I was a stripper making the money that Cardi B made, I'm gonna keep making it and doing whatever I got to do to keep bringing me a bag in every night. So if I had to put a beer bottle up then I'm gonna do that. And if you drink it, that's your choice. Nasty ass.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Mike.
But, I would like to say I was kind of not confused, but I wasn't really understanding how deep it hurt Cardi B to have these issues or defamatory things said about her. So when Cardi B got on the stand, she was actually emotional and just forthright with telling her story. And she said that
Did it seem sincere?
Yes.
She was crying? Okay.
Yes. And basically, she said this was around the time when she just had Culture.
Oh, so she's probably going through
So yeah, she had not only going to postpartum, but also she had a picture on the internet of her kissing her child, and some of the first comments she saw.
Oh, makes sense now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How come you kissing your baby and you got herpes? That. So I can understand.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Ooh, Jesus, thank you, friend.
That's what we be next.
Okay. Okay. but that I can understand, and I can see how that could hurt. And then they also brought up the fact that she's an actress now. I would have been like, an actress now, come on. But then again, we literally just saw the most recent installment of Fast and Furious, and she was up in there, and she did a pretty good job being whoever she was as an act, on there, and she was acting. And then for somebody to be putting out information like that,
Lies.
if she were supposed to have like a love scene or kiss somebody, that would hinder her from doing that, or hinder somebody from wanting to work with her because of the rumors that was heard. But the thing that surprised me the most about this whole thing is just the fact that they're just like telling the truth. Like Tasha K said, yeah, I didn't look into this. I didn't try to find out what the truth was. Like,
girl, where your lawyer at, girl? Don't. Lawyer up.
Like maybe she should not have gone on the stand or something. But
yeah, that's the issue with going on the stand. That's the issue with going on the stand.
What made it even worse is that her husband was saying things that was contradicting what Tasha K was saying as far as their businesses and things of that nature. It really had them looking kind of like
crazy.
Yeah. And then it also makes you want to look at like where's their money coming from. Somebody that was in the actual room, they were talking about how this treasury dude was there. Like, man, I hope everybody got their taxes in order. I hope everybody's money is up front and everything, because it looked like it's about to be a money grab up in there. But I really do believe that if you want to spill teas, if you want to be that kind of blogger or whatever, and everybody has their own lane, I think it's all cool, it's all fun or whatever. Just make sure that you vet the stuff that you talk about. If you want to put stuff out there, make sure it's true.
Or see, allegedly.
And sometimes even allegedly doesn't save you.
Well, yeah.
Because if you talk about it as if it's the truth and then just add a little allegedly stamp at the end of it, it's still going to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, right. Let me tell this lie on my brother real quick. So he went downstairs and got cereal and put a whole bunch of milk in it and didn't drink it. That's just allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I said it, I knew it happened, but it's a lie. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let me ask you this question. So that's to say Cardi B wins the trial or whatever case. What is going to happen? What is Tasha K got to pay up or something? Like what they got to do?
Potentially,
it's potential money.
Yeah, it's a civil case. So this is about the moolah, baby. I'm not exactly sure what the actual number is. Do you guys know?
They never put it out there, but it's starting off at $75,000 simply for the cost that it takes to actually get the case to federal court.
So she's not even making anything off of it, basically.
Oh, she might though, because
she don't have the money.
The number close to the vest. Some people have been, like the lawyers and stuff, they've been guesstimating up to $10 million.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And it's just the principle of the thing. That's what me and Jennifer were saying a little bit earlier. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Because right, exactly. Her reputation. This is her reputation that she's fighting for, and she's fighting for her kids' future that have this allegation out there tied to her name, and they have to grow up with this allegation following their mother's name and their name.
And I think it's for also other people. you can't just sit here and tell lies and act and make money off my name and the lies that you're telling.
Making money off of it.
And I
Like,
mean
that's the
money
worst part.
That was another thing that she admitted on the stand. Yeah, I did this for the money,
clicks, views, and the money.
For the money.
And the video where that stripper that said that she knew Cardi B was on there. First of all, that video is still up, so there's no remorse or anything.
She's not taking them down.
And she's not taking them
receiving
down.
3
And they said that on the trial when they were asking her about it, it's like, so you have like 3 point something million views on it. It's like, no, I have 4.8. I was like,
oh, girl, write that check.
Wow.
Get that checkbook ready, girl.
Yeah. At first I was thinking when she was saying that she did these things without doing the research, oh, there's going to be some remorseful period. Like, I apologize. I didn't realize how damaging this was. No, she sat in it. It's like, what y'all going to do?
Exactly.
And I think put up a GoFundMe. Some fools out there will give it to her.
You're right about that. But do you guys think we'll start to see more celebrities suing these outlets for spreading lies about them? I do
believe it.
I think this will open up the floodgates, and now people have to move more cautiously when they put out these stories without having the backing of facts.
I'm gonna say only if the allegation doesn't fit multiple cases, because you can do the one person, but if it's possible that person, but it's gonna be 10 other people that you probably did the same thing to, that's gonna come out. So I don't know. It's gonna get a little tricky. People might come out the woodworks.
The civil suits can get tricky because it's all on the weight of the information that has been presented to the public that is damaging to the person that is suing.
And I think that kind of accusation is very weighty.
So I wonder why Trey Songz never sued people that's alleging that he's.
They settled out of court.
Oh, they did. They settled. Oh, he paid them.
They settled out of court.
Here you go.
Okay.
Now shut up. Take his money.
See, this is what I don't want to sound like this, but I'm going to say it. I don't know too many women who comes up close to Trey Songz and will turn it down. Now, I don't know. I ain't going to say no more. Never mind. Let me just be quiet.
Okay. Now,
before I get myself in trouble.
Let's try. Regina has said, I thought Tasha K got the story from something Cardi B says on her own page. Go ahead, Tyrone. I know you want to talk about it.
This is something that came up in the courts. There is an alleged video where Tasha K screen recorded that video and placed it into her video to point out to thousands of people that Cardi, with her own words, said that she did not have herpes, but she had a cold sore.
You see how we were trying not to say it, Tyrone? We were trying not to say it the whole time. You did a really good job.
See, so you saying the comments made?
No, Tyrone. Okay, Cardi B in the video said she did not have that venereal disease. She just had a cold sore.
Which is still the same thing, but it's a different type.
That's what.
Well, it's a matter of what causes the cold sore.
Let's all be honest here, okay? We know what kind of herpes that Tasha K was talking about, and because nobody gets a cold sore and say, "Oh my God, I have a herpes on my lip." When it's not
exactly
kind of like nobody says that, Tyrone. So don't try.
But look. This is. I'm trying to state that this is where Tasha K is.
That's not what she was talking about. No, she wasn't.
Her information now in the courts. this is where the problem comes in with the courts. They wanted to introduce this video as evidence in behalf of Tasha K.
See, I can be no judge. I'm like,
But
girl.
this and Cardi's team wanted this video thrown out
because she was speaking
because
Spanish.
she was speaking Spanish and the jurors wouldn't understand. But because of that portion of it that is could possibly
in English, or?
She said this in English.
Mm-hmm.
That have a cold sore.
That would be damaging to her.
But here's the thing.
But not many Americans. Not many Americans know that HS1, HS2 is two different kind of.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows.
Many Americans. Yeah, not many Americans know it. So,
but that's why they're about to have a doctor on the stand.
Exactly, and that's why I feel at the end of the day, if she doesn't have it, she doesn't have it. Period. That's it. Case closed.
Test my husband. Test my 2 kids.
Absolutely.
And then test the other women my husband slept with after that.
No, because you don't know what they've been doing. You don't know what they've been doing. It might come, one of them might have something.
Now, look, I, without a shadow of doubt, wholeheartedly believe that she does it. Like, I'm not saying in any form or fashion, but I am saying this is where Tasha K is gathering her evidence and her allegations.
But that is far as she went.
And it is a huge, giant leap of a stretch to take it there. And for that, you got to pay. You have to pay because of the potential career opportunities that were turned down because of this allegation that you promoted.
That's money that you're not getting, which is the money that you need to pay. But just to let you guys know, if you guys are trying to follow this, the case, so I watched that lawyer again today, Jonathan, the same lawyer that I sent to y'all to watch. Okay. He had another video. He was actually out there today. Child Tasha K was talking about her lawyer, how she ain't worth nothing.
Well, you shut up.
You would try and potentially try to use that as a alleged way to dismiss.
But you know, when you have a lawyer for a case, it's like apparently you got to hold on to him throughout the case, no matter how unhappy. That's what it seemed like. You
can fire them.
But doesn't the judge have to be?
They have to approve it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But why would you be talking down about your lawyer in the public eye? He's still representing you right now. I would think you lose the case on purpose.
Here's one of the other issues. Some of the things that Tasha K's lawyers have been on record doing by this judge are not pleasing because it has been out of order. And
the judge told the attorney to go back to law school.
Excuse me.
Because they wanted to introduce some new evidence that has nothing to do with this case, based off of somebody's comments that is related to the plaintiff's husband.
The judge told them to go back home and look up what objection means.
And what the word hearsay means.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, not objection. It was hearsay. Have them to look up what hearsay means.
So to me, it sounds like Tasha K hired one of her cousins to be her lawyer.
No.
It's this Caucasian Jewish lady. Her name is Olga.
And
continue to watch that dude. I'm gonna have to send you the video.
She is a criminal trial lawyer,
not a civil
lawyer. Okay. And that is not the space that she has operated in for the last 10 years.
Well, in closing.
So
anyway, she said,
I'm praying for each of these two powerful ladies.
Yeah.
If Cardi B was not feeling well, we're glad she's well now. Amen.
Absolutely.
Man, God bless Cardi. I love her. My mama love her. That means
something. I have really enjoyed Cardi, and I hated that this happened for her.
It sucks, but hey, you know, like I was saying earlier before I had other things to say, the actual trial people, the attorneys, they're predicting that it should be over with before the week is out. And tomorrow's Friday, hopefully. But today they couldn't get the jurors in for it's in front of a jury too. So they couldn't get the jury in for some parts or whatever. So hopefully it won't last another week. But to be honest, before this month is over with, that trial will be over with for sure. I believe, in my opinion. But yeah, let's move forward. Did you have anything else, or was my question
That was the last top topic. So it's time for social commentary. We got, I think, 12 minutes left.
Yes, and only 12 minutes.
No. Ooh. It's not.
Anywho.
But the teacher called the bro a cat, ain't it, or something like that? Or we can move it to next week.
We can talk about that or the social commentary. It's up to y'all.
I think that could be. I think that is.
That could be the social commentary.
It could be social commentary because
okay,
it's really talking about identity and stuff.
Gotcha.
And,
so
we don't all identify as the same thing, but go ahead.
Sure. So the story goes, there was this substitute teacher who says that she was fired for not speaking or acknowledging a student, a elementary school student that is not acknowledging the student as a cat because the student claimed that they identified as a cat. And the student meowed like a cat. And the substitute teacher was saying that she was fired for this. Here's my thing. There's a lot of people that really want to get in on this identity thing, and it's getting really, really out of hand. Like Jennifer said earlier before we went on live, if you're going to pick something to identify as, pick something that's within your species, not something that is outside of, what you are as a human being. So this is foolishness. It is absolutely foolishness. It doesn't surprise me that it actually happened because with kids who are hearing about, I identify as non-gender or as a non-conforming binary or whatever the case may be, if they're hearing these things, then maybe they might get those ideas. But it's ridiculous. It's an elementary school kid. I don't know if he was playing or what, but it's crazy that the substitute teacher was fired for doing this. I want to know why she was fired.
I'm gonna have to read further into this. I don't even know if I believe she was fired for real. Like,
I don't think she was either.
She was fired on the spot.
It had to be more.
It had to be more because I don't know any adults.
Did she smack the cat? That's
no.
How did she say, I'm not calling you that name? Maybe she was saying,
she said,
hey, girl, sit your ass. I'm not calling you that big damn cat.
Now that would have got her fired.
Exactly.
She said another student told her, you have to meow at him because he identifies as a cat. She said, a cat.
But you know what? If let's keep this real. If you really identify as a cat,
we're gonna be in no school.
Exactly.
And I identify as a human, you do as a cat do. I will walk around in my house if I had a cat. I wouldn't meow at my cat. I will talk to my cat.
Right. That's what people do at least.
Regina says she's a cat.
Meow.
Meow. I wish I would meow at some child.
And so she says she refused to meow at this child, and the child ran to the principal's office.
But how did y'all talk to the principal?
Crying.
How did y'all talk?
I'm like, well, cats don't cry.
Well, that cat became a little kid in that moment.
Oh Lord!
And I'm pretty sure this principal has been sick and tired of dealing with this child. As ridiculous as this is, he wanted to keep his job. Him or her want to keep their job. So they like, hey, what you doing? That just human it. Call him a cat. And he be like, no.
It got to be more to the story. I'm pretty sure just not calling her a cat is a thing.
The lady said, see, this is why y'all can't keep no substitute teachers right here. Because y'all letting these kids just do whatever the hell they want around here. And y'all ain't.
And, me, for me, maybe because I'm born down here in South Carolina where things are not big and just accepted like that. But I really think people do too much when it comes down to identification. I do believe if you're a woman, call a woman, be a man, call a man. If you're transgender, be trans. Just say I'm transgender. And I respect you guys, call you a she. Or a trans man, I call you a he. But I ain't call it them, they, that, and I don't want to be known as he or she. You are something, okay? Like it's a lot. It's too much.
It's easier to respect the them or they.
Yeah, but
that's
it's like,
true.
It's I just think it's being. When we start doing them, then that's why people start wanting to call me a cat then, because then they got that he or she.
That's not a human being.
Right. Yeah.
It's still too much.
That's what that woman was saying.
Human being.
She's like, that's
I
not
can conform to anything that a human being wants me to call them as a human being. But if you want to be referred to as a cat, how in the world am I supposed to talk cat?
She's like, what's the cat language? And that was what the substitute teacher was saying. What language does the cat speak in?
Help me.
I have not been trained to speak in cat.
Okay.
Cat speaking class.
Right.
Since when are we educating cats and not kids? Is what she said.
Yeah, that's too much.
That is too much.
It's way too far.
How young is this child? I think even before identification, some kids do say, "Well, I'm a dog, or I'm a cat, or I'm a lion." But
no. It's even worse. This child was in full cat costume.
Oh no!
Really?
Which one of the parents? The parents need to be something wrong with the parents too. Are they a lion?
Here's the picture of them. I think it's just a picture that they pulled up for it.
No, that's the child.
That's the child.
That is the child.
I don't know.
Sid, please send me that picture because if he was dressed as a cat, then she would have probably said something before he even be out of his mouth.
Did she say that's the picture? Did she say that's the picture?
Yes.
Did she say that's the picture?
That is the child.
So they got Garfield over there.
I don't know, Tom, because it's really easy to send pictures.
You're gonna have to screenshot it.
I sent it to you, Jonathan.
Okay, but that's kind of
ridiculous. It's in our group.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'll be able to look at it then. But yes, that was. I don't get that. But anyways, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Make sure you join us again next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. At 9:30 p.m. next Thursday. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click the like button. Be sure to leave us a comment and also press the notification bell. Mike, what are your social media platforms?
My social media platform is Mr. Real 121 on Twitter, which I am very active on, and I'm also active on Instagram, which is also Mr. Real 121 MRREAL number 121.
Jennifer, Tyrone.
Before I say mine, I wanted to make sure I said Regina's last little message here. She said, "Oh gosh, I think I clicked it twice. Sorry, guys." Anyway, she said, "I bet the actual cats outside talking to each other saying, 'Guess who's one of us today?'"
Oh, wow.
That's what she said. That made me chuckle. But
or simply meow.
Oh, Lord Jesus. My Instagram is JStarBright, as well as my Twitter and everything else that has a platform, even TikTok. I'll be out here. It's JStarBright. If you want to find me on the Facebooks, all you have to do is just simply use my government name. It's Jennifer Star McCullum, as you can see down there. And Tyrone, what's yours?
All you cool cats and dudes and dudettes and stuff like that, y'all can hit me up on Instagram and the Facebooks called at Mr. TD McCullough. Meow. I'm out.
Oh my god!
When you said, Tyrone, when you said you cool cats, that reminded me of Carol Baskins. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at jojo_3020. You can also find me on Facebook. My name on there is Jonathan Lee. There's no William in the front. And also be sure to email me if you'd like to reach out to me for anything whatsoever. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. Once again, we thank you guys so much for joining us and hope you guys join us again next week. Until then, good night, y'all.
Good night.